Hello citizens, and welcome to the second part of my Crash Course to the Verse series. In this episode, I would like to talk about common terms and abbreviations used in the verse, which might help you when asking for help or working with other citizens. I'm going to start with the game builds. Generally, we have 3 game builds. PU or Persistent Universe is the current stable live build, and it is the build you will be playing most of the time. PTU or Public Testing Universe is the testing build of the next patch. And finally, Evo or Evocati. Evocati are a small group of players that have been asked by CIG to participate in closed tests of new patches before PTU, meaning they're the first players to get their hands on new features and new ships. I will be talking about Evocati some more in a future video. Moving on to store and insurance. This stuff is pretty important, especially if you decide to spend more money on the game, so I'll try to explain as best as I can. Probably the most important thing you need to know is LTI, or lifetime insurance. Now, we don't know how insurance is going to work yet, but LTI guarantees your full coverage no matter what. Moving on to War Bond. War Bond purchases need to be made with fresh money, meaning you can't use store credit. Store credit is money stored in your account, mostly from melting pledges. When you melt a pledge, it is removed from your account and converted to store credit, which is added to your store credit balance. Once every quarter, you can buy back melted pledges using a buyback token. But be careful, not all pledges can be bought back after being melted. Moving on to CCU or Cross Chassis Upgrade. CCU is upgrading your ship to a different, more expensive ship by paying the difference. The most important part of this is that you retain the original insurance on your ship, which brings me to the concept of LTI tokens. A LTI token is usually a cheaper ship that has LTI that you later upgrade to a more expensive ship that will retain the LTI. Moving on to in-game terms. QD stands for Quantum Drive, and QT stands for Quantum Travel. Quantum travel is the main way of getting around within a star system. Coupled and decoupled. This refers to how your ship maneuvers. In coupled mode, your ship will always try to fly the way it's pointing. In decoupled mode, your ship won't change direction unless you apply thrust. G-Safe or G-Force Safety, when toggled on, won't allow you to make maneuvers with your ship that would knock you unconscious. ESP, or Enhanced Stick Precision, is supposed to dampen inputs to help you aim your ship's weapons. To be honest, I haven't noticed any difference, but that is subject to change. And finally, VTOL, or Vertical Takeoff and Landing. It's pretty self-explanatory. Some ships can rotate their thrusters or have extra thrusters to add vertical lift when needed. Moving on to currencies. UEC or United Earth credits are the main currency in the UEE after launch. But while we are in alpha, we're using the alpha UEC. And then we also have REC or Rental Equipment credits that can be used in Arena Commander and Star Marine only. And with that being said, those are all the terms that I can think of that I couldn't figure out what they meant when I started playing the game. As always, if I missed something or you have more questions, feel free to ask in the comments. And subscribe for future videos. Fly safe, have fun, and I will see you in the verse.